Great. Another guitar. G'day folks, Lucas Welsh to you, and we're bringing you another guitar review today, this time from Alvarez. Stay tuned. Alright, so what we've got here is a little bit dusty because it's been sitting in my shop for a couple days. This is in fact a brand new Alvarez LJ2. So this is their little jumbo travel guitar. And if you don't know anything about Alvarez guitars have been around a long time. Maybe you've heard of Yari guitars. And Yari has a long family history of guitar making. And they make some beautiful stuff. And I mean, they've made some beautiful stuff right from the ground up, really, if I'm being honest. I've played a lot of Yari guitars over the years, and I've been always quite satisfied with them. And this little Jumbo 2 from Alvarez is no different. So I first seen these at a shop, and I grabbed one off the shelf, and it was the next model up. It was the LJ2E. So it had the pickup and the EQ system and whatnot in it, but essentially it's the exact same guitar. This one is just less the pickup in it. And the first thing that I noticed when I grabbed it, I mean, it just kind of looked like a little bit of a wider bellied parlor guitar. 14 fret. I picked it up, and the first thing I noticed was the action. Straight from the factory. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous. I always run my hands up and down the fretboard, because I'll tell you what, I've seen some high-end guitars that had sharp frets, fret ends that weren't finished, fret slots that weren't filled in the end. Just poor overall quality. There is none of that on this guitar. The fret ends are polished out to a beautiful shine. There's no sharp fret ends. The fretboard is bound, so that cleans up any of the fret slot ends really nicely. And it's got a little bit of a wider neck on it, but it's got a great feel. It's got a super kind of a neat little 12th fret marker here. Otherwise, it's got side dot markers on the fretboard. Okay, so quality is really nice, really nice. I mean, fit and finish is great. There's no seams, there's no nothing. This is an open pore guitar, so no, it does not have that super high gloss sheen that you're gonna get from some other guitars. Whatever. I could care less about how a guitar looks. I'm more about how it sounds and how it plays. Okay? And even how it sounds, as long as it plays good, I can play on a crappy sounding guitar. Okay? But I can't play on a high-end guitar with a bad setup. That's not going to work. Anyway, so it's got a matte finish. It has a full-blown, solid spruce top. Really nice. Really nice spruce top. Even got a little bit of a hint of some bear claw in this one. Just a faint little, you see some of the faintness in it. In a couple spots, you got to kind of be up close. Back and sides are laminate mahogany, is what they call this. So, laminate back and sides. A lot of guitars are laminate back and sides today. Has an arched back. So the back isn't braced. It's probably pressure laminated into a form and fit. When I was researching a little bit about their build process, and I wanted to make sure I was giving you guys the right details, they have a process called ATR that they do with their woods. And I can't remember exactly what that stands for. But anyway, It's a form of torrefaction, okay? And so we've all heard about the torrefication of woods and whatnot, where they're like baking the wood essentially to artificially age it. If that's, they're taking the moisture out of it, they're giving it curing time artificially. And so that's what they're doing here. A little bit of a different process. They're using oxygen and vacuum in a temperature like a kiln type idea. So they're really drawing out the moisture, and I would imagine that's speeding the process up again for them to be putting out a guitar this nice at this price point. So you guys can look that up on your own if you're really interested in the deep dive on their processing. We've got they've got really a bridge that's all to themselves, which is great. You can always look at this bridge. You're playing an Alvarez guitar. A nice compensated saddle in there. Beautiful little abalone rosette. We talked about the fret markers, and of course, the Alvarez headstock. That's got a nice veneer laminated onto the headstock there. And again, on the back, we've got the Alvarez on the back. Nice little fine, kind of scaled down tuners, which I don't mind. The big tuners would look really out of place on this guitar, I feel. They're no name, so take that for what you will. The guitar comes with strap buttons installed on the back of the heel and on the back end of the guitar. Now they say they have a bit of a unique bracing pattern inside of here. And let's see if we can get a good look at that and see what's going on. Let's see if we can get that here. All right, folks. So what you're looking at here is an upside down with a mirror. And so I got the guitar with a mirror inside of it, double mirror. And we're checking out the bracing pattern in here. So it looks like we've got a pretty standard X brace. But the two main braces in the back there are scalloped quite nicely. Everything looks like it's scalloped out and tapered, thinned out to the sides. I am looking at those. They're going okay. They don't go into the linings, some of those, but the X brace goes under the linings. You can see that there and there. Oh, I'm trying to get a view. That other X goes right to the bottom and under the lining in the very back end. So that's the internals. That's the internals for you. All in all of this adds up to a nice looking guitar. But how does it sound? We've got a little bit of a thicker body than your typical parlor guitar might be. And it's kind of got that Gibson-ish look to it, So let's see. Now, I'm playing with a 0.88 millimeter pick here. Kind of middle of the road. I like a heavier pick. I don't like a soft pick. And I don't have a soft pick on me to try. Okay, so let's see how it sounds, shall we? Okay. So, PSA. I lent this to a buddy of mine for a day. He wanted to try one out. And when he came, these strings are dead. Yeah. But never fear. Because I like this guitar so much. That I actually got two of them in. And this one has never been played. So here you go. You want a side-by-side comparison. Two exact same guitars. Frets both equally well looked after. Man, everything is the same, you know. It's the same. The top on this guitar is slightly less appealing, maybe. If we do a side-by-side view here, if we can do that. This one has the little bit prettier top, you know. Does that mean anything for the sound? No, nothing. It's all in how they braced it up and everything. So this one's got brand new strings. I would imagine that these are cheap manufactured strings. These are not going to be Diodario, Martin, you know, anything fancy. They sure ain't elixirs or anything like that. It doesn't actually say, but I would imagine it's just a shop brand of strings that they have. So, but these are brand new, so they should represent a little better than dead ones over here already. Whoa! Sounds good there. Let's see what it's like with just some fingers. And I don't have long nails or nothing. Oops. Watch that one. Nice. I still like them. Man, they play good. That action is sweet. Can't go wrong for the price. I mean, these little guitars, to be real honest, I think that the LJ2 has been discontinued in lieu of the LJ2E, so the electric version, or the, you know, with the pickup in and the electronics. So, but that one, you know, retails for around that $650, somewhere in that mark. You might find it better on a good sale. This is Canadian dollars, right? So for you American folks, that's like, you know, $150. No, not exactly. But anyway, great little guitars. If you're looking for a good sounding, good playing little guitar that, you know, comes with, get a load of this, comes with this stellar little gig bag. Okay, and I mean, this is like padded. This is a padded gig bag. Got a little extra reinforcement down there, a little reinforcement block for the neck, an extra little bit of reinforcement up here for the back of the headstock. I mean, this little gig bag, even for a parlor guitar, it's probably going to run you $75 to $100. Like, the value is phenomenal, folks. So anyway, if If you're looking for a little guitar that is going to fit in the trunk of the car, go with you on vacation, you want to leave it somewhere, you know, at the cabin or whatever, this is your guitar, hands down. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like the page. If you like what you do, you can search me up on all the other social media platforms. I'm on most of them. So anyway, cheerio, folks.